Get him. Hit him with a pose. Yeah.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy, HD here, and welcome to another YouTube video. Alright guys, so in today's video, with the ultimate team of the season currently out, we're going to be updating another positions list. So this is going to be our top 10 wingers that can play the striker role. The singular striker or dual striker, we're going to be going over all of them today. Now, before we get into the video, I do want to let you guys know this is my opinion and my personal opinion only. So these are cards that I have either personally used or played against. So without further ado, we're going to get started with the list, starting with my number 10. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, number 10 is going to be none other than the Ballon d'Or Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, he does have natural striker versions. Now, 4.5 star stamina, 5-star skills. Going into his attributes, one thing we want to look for in the wingers are their strength, height, agility, and pace. Okay, so pace as in acceleration and sprint speed. So Ronaldo has all of those. He is 6'2", good agility on this card. And going into his traits, high low work rate, long shot taker, power header, outside of the foot shot, flare traits. Again, even though this is the Ballon d'Or Cristiano Ronaldo, he's still holding a lot of value, but I would recommend getting his rank 5. Now moving on to our number 9. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, number 9 is going to be none other than Kylian Mbappe, the 105 Thunderstruck Kylian Mbappe. Now Mbappe does have natural striker version, so you can also use those as well. 4.5 star stamina, 5-star skills, sprint speed, acceleration, he has it, agility, he has it, and then Mbappe is just also very jammy, so he does have some strength on him as well. Going into his traits, high low work rate, outside of the foot shot, finesse shot trait, and flare trait. Now when we head into the transfer value, one of the cheaper versions of Mbappe, simply because this is the winger version and it's a 105 rated overall, but getting his rank 5 is also an absolute must. Now moving on to our number 8. Alright boys, number 8 is going to be none other than Anderson Talisca, the 100 rated right winger trophy titan Anderson Talisca. Now I do know he has a team of the season. That one is natural striker. If you're able to afford that one, absolutely you can. But for those who are looking for cheap bees, building a cheap bees team or just starting out, this is for you. So 4-star stamina, 4-star skills. Going into his attributes, like I say all the time, this Talisca has fake stats. Standing at 6'3", going into his traits, high low work rate, power header, finesse shot, long shot taker, outside of the foot shot, and make sure we're getting the rank 5 for this card and training 30. He's super cheap, super affordable, anyone can afford him. Just make sure you're getting the right rank. Okay, so rank 5, training 30. Now moving on to our number 7. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 7 is going to be none other than Samuel Eto'o, the 106 Ultimate Team of the Year, Samuel Eto'o. This card does have natural striker versions, but those are absolutely garbage. This is the only version that I believe is Eto'o's best version. 4.5 star stamina, 4-star skills. He can play singular and dual striker. I would recommend him at dual striker simply because of his strength. So sometimes he does get bodied off the ball or shot off the ball at singular striker, but he works very well at dual striker. High medium work rate, finesse shot, and outside of the foot shot. Going into his transfer value, very affordable. So getting his rank 5 is an absolute must. Now moving on to our number 6. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, number 6 is going to be none other than Victor Ibarbo. I currently use this card. He's been absolutely insane in the striker position. 4-star stamina, 4-star skills. You can see he has great pace, great dribbling, great strength as well, standing at 6'2". Very explosive card, like one of the most explosive cards in the game. One thing will be his stamina. He does get tired a little bit before even the 60th minute, so make sure you have a sub ready. But his strength is really good. Going into his traits, high medium work rate. And then another thing with this card, he can play singular and duo. I would recommend him for duo. Okay, you can use him at singular, but sometimes when you pass the ball into this Ibarbo, his touches are a bit wonky. That's literally the only downside I see on this card: wonky touches and stamina. Other than that, he's incredible. His burst of acceleration is good. Going into his transfer value, very much affordable, so getting his rank 5 is an absolute must. Now moving on to our number 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 5 is going to be none other than Rivaldo, the Ultimate Team of the Year 106 Rivaldo. This card is one of the most broken cards in the game, whether he's coming out as a super sub or a starting card. He's very annoying, super explosive, high agility, strength and acceleration is there, and then he is 6'1". I know his strength says 90, but he's much stronger than that in game, to be honest. High low work rate, finesse shot, flare trait, long shot taker, and then going into his transfer value, very much affordable. Getting his rank 5 is also an absolute must. Now moving on to our number 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 4 is going to be none other than Rafael, the 106 pitch beats Rafael. Now this card is going a lot more under the radar simply because there are a lot higher rated cards being released. Still an insane insane card, you guys. Very insane. 4-star stamina, 4-star skills. Going into his attributes, lots of sprint speed, agility. His strength, he's very strong in game as well. I guess the height built for 6'1 plus, they just get an extra strength boost. I don't know if that's true, but it seems to look like it. Medium low work rate. His work rate really doesn't matter as much. Finesse shot and flare trait. Going into his transfer value, super affordable, so getting his rank 5 is also an absolute must. Training 27 plus. Now moving on to our number 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 3 is going to be none other than Thierry Henry. Now, Thierry Henry does have a Winter Wonders version, a striker 105, 4.5 star stamina, 4-star skills. Going into his attributes, great sprint speed and acceleration. This card is quite explosive as well. Has lots of strength. Going into his trait, high medium work rate, finesse shot, flare, launch shot taker, and outside of the foot shot. And then going into his transfer value, because he's a high profile player, he's super expensive. Getting his rank 4, preferably his rank 5, would be the best way to go. Now moving on to our number 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, number 2 is going to be Gareth Bale. So this is going to be the 107 right wing ultimate team of the year, Gareth Bale. Absolutely insane card, 6'1. Going into his attributes, lots of sprint speed, agility is there, and then he does have a lot more strength than it shows on his card. So going into his traits, high medium work rate, flare trait, finesse shot, dive into tackle, and all that good stuff. Bale is currently one of the most explosive wingers to play the striker role. He's so good. Going into his transfer value, his price has been pretty consistent. So getting his rank 4, preferably his rank 5, would be the best way to go. Now moving on to our number 1. So ladies and gentlemen, for number 1, we're going to have the David Ginola and the Son Heung-min. So we're going to start with the Son Heung-min. This is the pitch beats Son Heung-min. I currently use this card in the striker role, and he is so good, you guys. He's agile, he's explosive. Once he gets past you, he's gone. 4.5 star stamina, 4-star skills. Going into his attributes, he has sprint speed and acceleration, he has dribbling, he has agility, he has strength. Going into his traits, high medium work rate, finesse shot, long shot taker. He can play both singular and duo striker. Going into his transfer value, his price has been pretty consistent, so getting his rank 5 is an absolute must. All right, boys, moving on to David Ginola, 105 Winter Wonders. I know he has the 105 striker version from the Star Pass, but that is not accessible to everyone. Going into his attributes, okay, so 4.5 star stamina, 5-star skills. He's standing at 6'1". This is one of the cards that I use, and he can play pretty much anywhere, but in that striker role, he is so broken. Going into his traits, high medium work rate, flare, and playmaker trait. Going into his transfer value, he's very cheap, so getting his rank 5 is an absolute must. We're going to be going into our honorable mentions. Okay, so I do have one card on this list, and that is going to be none other than Bradley Barcola. It's the 6'1" ultimate team of the season, 108. I got really interested in this card just because of the way his stats look, his in-game build. Insane. Okay, so 4-star stamina, 4-star skills, one of the most explosive wingers. I tried him out in the scouting event, and sprint speed and acceleration, he has it. Agility, he's very agile as well. The only downside I saw on this card would have been his strength. His strength is, for someone who's 6'1", his strength is quite low. Going into his traits, he has the high medium work rate, finesse shot, and flare trait. And then when we took a look at his transfer value, because he's a newer card in the game, his transfer value is a bit high. Getting his rank 4, preferably his rank 5, would be the best way to go. All right, boys, that is going to be it for our top 10 wingers that can play the striker position. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. We're currently on our way to 20k subscribers, and if you do want to see more videos like this one, make sure to click this video next.